overcrowded space ridden with competition, one startup is doing things differently. Think ready to eat, order, or cook from scratch. Inner Chef is new, it's hot, and it's got a dash of sweetness. Plus, it's ready to conquer the food tech space. Launched in 2015 as a startup selling ingredient boxes, Inner Chef has grown to be an online restaurant, or as they say, a kitchen in the cloud. Plus, they have locations all over the country and are using different business models. But is this the food business where the winner takes all? Let's find out.
Inner Chef is a next generation food experience platform. Our mission is to bring great food to people which was not earlier available to them.
Meet the experienced serial entrepreneurs and founders of Gurgaon-based Inner Chef, one of the fastest growing food tech companies in the country. Together, these two have come up with a rock-solid business model and deliver ready-to-eat and ready-to-cook meals to your doorstep. Eat clean is the motto here. And if you've ever eaten at Gurgaon's famous Digant Cafe, you'll be well acquainted with one of the founders of Inner Chef. Meet Bal Digant. And matching this foodie's vision step by step and bite for bite is co-founder Rajesh Sahni.
Time has come in India to provide good food for many, good food for millions. And I think that is the philosophy, underlying philosophy for me at Inner Chef.
Diving headfirst into the very competitive food tech market in India is Inner Chef. Founded in 2015 with the ambition to deliver fresh, sumptuous and wholesome meals to your doorstep in 1-hour delivery slots. And choice is what makes this food tech startup stand apart from the rest, with European, Mediterranean and modern Indian dishes on its menu. The venture aims to continue expanding and has recently announced a pre-Series A round of Rs 11 crore funding from leading investors from across the globe.
Initially, we started as a ingredient box company, and like most of the startups, it never comes true. You have to change, you have to adapt, you have to pivot to the new reality. Ever since we pivoted to ready-to-eat segment, the growth has been explosive. We are not trying to replicate any business model across the world. We are trying to cater to the emerging palate of Indian middle class.
Inner Chef's ready-to-eat meals, as the name suggests, are ready to be gobbled up right out of the box, where Inner Chef does all the legwork right from washing, chopping and prepping all the ingredients, and all you have to do is simply follow the recipe. And voila, a hot and delicious dish is waiting for you. A lot of emphasis, say the founders, is put on packaging and presentation. Well, the food tech space has seen a massive uprising following a trend that began in Silicon Valley. Indian venture capitalists have been salivating about the space. So what's the secret sauce here?
Food as a product doesn't work. Food as an experience works. When you focus on food as an experience, there are three parts to it. There's a food, there's a delivery part, and there's a technology part. All has to work flawlessly, seamlessly, come together as one to give that experience.
Inner Chef also has launched Indulge, which claims to be a first-of-its-kind hyper-local desserts marketplace where home bakers and neighborhood bakeries can offer their products to millions of customers across the country. By the end of the year, Inner Chef aims to expand the service to 6 cities. So has this initiative empowered women entrepreneurs and bakers who have come aboard Inner Chef? Let's find out.
Through Inner Chef, I'm reaching out to a larger market. Again, here we are pricing the products very comfortably. So I don't feel the pinch, but I'm also getting volumes through them. So that automatically converts into better business for me.
Well, it's now time for us to get some insight into the inner workings of Inner Chef and see what's cooking. So while we want to taste their lavish delicacies and stuff our faces with all their desserts, time for some serious talk now. So we ask, food tech is a popular and overcrowded space for startups. What gives Inner Chef the competitive edge? Is InnerChef resilient enough to fight the changing market dynamics in the Indian startup ecosystem? How does InnerChef empower women entrepreneurs?
The scene for food startups is quite crowded. How do you plan to maintain a competitive edge?
Every time we see a competitor giving discounts, me and Bal get back to redefining experience.
How much money have you made so far?
We are at a decent run rate. We do over 50,000 meals a month. Our vision is that in 2017-18 we want to do million meals a day. It would require not just capital but also a lot of collaboration, a lot of smart people to come and work with us, a lot of entrepreneurs to come and join the forces. To get to million meals a day is the dream that me and Bal cherish. And I think both capital and talent will gravitate to this dream.
Cockroach companies are those companies that stay hardy and resilient even against changing market trends. Does InnerChef see itself as a cockroach or a unicorn company?
We are resilient enough, we have the perseverance enough, we have laser sharp eyes on the customer. As we often say to ourselves, for us it's the eye of the tiger is the thrill of the fight. So we'll get there, but it's the fight along the way that also drives us. Our ambition is to build a unicorn. We're not building for the sake of unicorn, but the reason we are building this way is that we believe the time has come for good food for the millions, plus on the top of to enable this ecosystem that can go places.
Can you specifically talk about how InnerChef empowers women entrepreneurs?
So a platform like InnerChef is a collaborative platform. We've always believed it's not just ours, it belongs to the community, and together we can create a power that is unique in India. So our vision is that 10,000 women entrepreneurs should work with us to build InnerChef as the biggest entrepreneurial platform in the world.
InnerChef was great. I had a really nice time today, and it's clear that they know their stuff. I guess the thing that I wonder the most is this delivery model going to work? And you know, when you want a certain dish, are you going to go to InnerChef or are you going to go to the place, that mom and pop shop that you already know and love? I guess that'll be the challenge for them, and good luck to them as they try to overcome it. Anyway, let's see what the mentors have to say about InnerChef.
Meet Saurabh Srivastav, the co-founder of the Indian Angel Network, one of the world's largest investor groups. He is one of India's leading entrepreneurs and institution builders and is acknowledged as one of the architects of the Indian IT industry. Utsav Somani is a technology and startup enthusiast and has previously worked with big names like Let's Venture, Bank of America and others. He's an angel investor in startups like Loginex, Dormant, among others, and is currently advising AngelList, which is the world's largest marketplace for startup fundraising and recruiting.
InnerChef, well, maybe two advices. One is keep your focus on women entrepreneurs. It's a very good idea. They are more dependable, more consistent, and they comprise the largest chunk of people that you would want to be working on through your platform. And the second thing is look very carefully at how you would manage your margins between yourselves and the chefs that you work with.
I think InnerChef generally has been going after a higher price segment, which I think, and the brand loyalty there and the customer stickiness there is much more. So I think the whole approach of building the brand, focusing on the packaging, the food taste and building a longer shelf life product, I think it's definitely working in their capabilities. So they have this good tech and food element playing in together.
We've all heard about unicorns, and at the moment, India is home to about half a dozen such startups, valued at over $1 billion. But India is the world's fastest growing startup ecosystem, and there are at least 50 soonicorns, or startups with the potential to become unicorns, right here in India. Let's get familiar with these ventures.
Soonicorns, or soon-to-be unicorns. These are the ventures spread across industries like e-commerce, financial technology, healthcare technology, logistics and travel, according to Bengaluru-based data curation platform Traction. And according to Traction, here are some soonicorns. Furniture retailer Pepperfry, furniture retailer Urban Ladder, fashion portal LimeRoad. But these are just some of the predicted soonicorns. We thought, why not get some more names from the experts?
I'm very excited about a services marketplace company that's called Urban Clap. It's a space that I've actually looked at in the past as an investor, and I think they've built a great product. They've basically aggregated all services for home, for office, online, on an app.
I could think, for example, of Policy Bazaar in the insurance space, and if the regulations stay right, they have the potential to become a unicorn. I see Lenskart. They have a very good model and they're expanding exceedingly well.
Floating phone chargers and floating light bulbs. These are certainly not household regulars, and yet they struck our fancy. On Unicorn, we found a startup that offers levitating devices. Naturally, we're amazed. I'm talking about Lyft, the world's first levitating charger for smartwatches, as if your Apple Watch needed to look even more futuristic. But what's more, Lyft garnered more than its entire crowdfunding goal in just a few days of being on Kickstarter. Let's go inside what makes these gravity-defying charger packs so unique.
This is Lyft, a levitating smartwatch charger. All you have to do is place your watch on this and watch it charge in the air with its revolutionary induction system in place. The charger doubles up as a smart lamp as well and can be used as an emergency power bank for your phone. Lyft has received more than $250,000 on popular crowdfunding website Kickstarter. This futuristic-looking charger will make you cough up around $150 at least, which is around 10,000 rupees. But it will definitely save you the hassle of clunky and tangled wires.
There has been a disruption in the online learning space in India in the recent past. With players like Coursera and Eduter paving the way, the market is poised for the next big education startup. On Unicorn, we look at the companies that aim to rise above the edtech bubble. This is Talent Edge, a startup offering various programs through its virtual classroom. But will it get a captive audience?
Learning is a never-ending journey. It never starts or ends with age. Talent Edge, it's about changing the way India learns. Providing opportunity to millions of fellow Indians to seek quality education focused on career advancement. Everything is possible, and future is always bright.
Meet the founder taking the education technology industry by storm. With a fierce vision to change the way India learns, he adds a virtual edge to traditional learning processes. This is Aditya Malik, CEO and MD of Talent Edge. Aditya brings with him years of leadership experience from Fortune 500 companies like Bank of America and Six Sigma. Talent Edge is Aditya's third venture. But what does this startup do? Let's hear it from Aditya.
So Talent Edge is an edtech company bringing live and interactive digital courses in partnership with world-leading institutes and corporates. Basically, we are making sure that the face-to-face classroom is replicated to a virtual classroom.
Virtual classrooms are becoming hot property for education tech startups. With universities and schools adapting to computerized techniques, startups like Talent Edge see great opportunity. Set up in 2012, this startup has tied up with big names like IIT, IIM, XLRI, and even Parsons School of Design, and also with companies like OLX and Wizcraft to offer tailor-made courses for individuals and professionals. Talent Edge has also set up a live and interactive experience which handholds students, making it very interactive and classroom-like. And talking numbers, Talent Edge has struck a chord with over 3 lakh people. Not bad at all. But with scores of such education startups mushrooming everywhere, what's Talent Edge doing differently?
The reason we created Talent Edge was for a fact that there was a hunger from working professionals to do more and more courses for career advancement. and the supply side in terms of the institutes which were providing this education was fairly limited. That's where people like us came in and replicated the institute-like environment in a virtual environment.
Virtual and interactive learning made simple. Talent Edge seems to have cracked that with their Cloud Campus technology solution. The online learning space in India is estimated to grow from the current $4 billion to around $40 billion by 2030, and in such a cutthroat industry, staying afloat is not easy.
First challenge was the fact that the people always compared us with the online education portal. Are you online? Are you recorded lectures? How do I make sure that the quality of education is good? Because online is considered a little bit of badnaam in terms of the engagement, etc. The talent was the biggest challenge. We invested significant time to get and train people in the education sector who come with a new age thinking. They are not caught up in the old brick and mortar world.
The disruption in the edtech space led many investors to loosen their purse strings, and while Talent Edge does promise quality education anytime, anywhere, we have some burning questions. Talent Edge competes with startups like Coursera and Byju's. What is its USP? Does the edtech space have the potential to give rise to the next unicorn from India? Does Talent Edge have what it takes to survive the ongoing turmoil among Indian startups?
Talent Edge competes with other edtech companies like Coursera. What makes you different?
Biggest problem MOOCs are facing is the completion rates. People start a lot of courses, but what we have read in the media that they have not been able to finish courses. Around say 10% is the completion rate there. When you are running a virtual live and interactive classroom, your market becomes large because you are replicating the face-to-face classroom and taking it online. So the moment you take it online, the experience is real time. As I said, you are an outlier because you were self-disciplined enough to complete the course. Not many are.
What is the classroom pricing model?
The lowest fees is around 15,000 rupees and goes as high as 200,000 rupees. So it all depends on the time duration of the course, the topic of the course. It's in that range from 15,000 to 200,000 rupees.
Do you think that that's an accessible price?
It's all a matter of the quality what you provide. If the quality is there, people will be happy to pay for it. And bulk of our courses, in fact 95% of my courses are targeted at working professionals. So working professionals find it convenient to pay that amount of money as long as they get the right amount, right level of education.
Cockroaches are seen as those companies that are hardy and resilient, even despite changing market trends. Do you see Talent Edge as a cockroach company?
So funding-wise, we would like to be in the unicorn space as a valuation side, but otherwise, from a business model perspective, we would call ourselves, as the terminology says, cockroaches, because I fundamentally believe, and you're seeing across in the segments as well, is the fact that the resilient business model is the way. I mean, you should not build a business keeping in mind the exit, which has been, recent trends. So as long as your business model is fundamentally strong, the valuations is a matter of time.
Talent Edge seems to be really promising, and my conversation with Aditya only solidified that. I think that the challenge that they're going to have in the future is actually one about credibility. The question is, if these classes are of such high quality, then will they be recognized by future employers, Right now, if you say, hey, I have a certificate in an online class, it might not carry the weight that perhaps it deserves, but that might change in the future. Anyway, that's my opinion. Let's see what the mentors have to say about this.
A lot of people have experimented in the edtech space and have not been able to scale. So I would say to them, look at those models, see what they haven't got right. Content is key, but really revenue models in terms of subscription or how you entice people to come, those still remain challenging for most edtech companies.
If they can get some international authority or some sort of unique courses going for them in terms of can be anything, right, from a particular field which is sort of unique to them, and they master that and then use that to sort of hook a child or a student or whoever the target market is for that during the life cycle and educate them on multiple other topics as they go along.
Talent Edge could become a unicorn because the space in India allows you to scale and become a unicorn. Having said that, most edtech companies have not cracked it. So if they crack it, yes, they could.
A food tech startup trying to do things differently and fight competition in the space, Inner Chef has impressed us with its delicacies and offerings. And Talent Edge is trying to disrupt education through a unique platform. Two new stories, two new ventures. Do you have what it takes to fight the startup storm?